WFTO, World Fair Trade Organization, is a global community of social entrepreneurs who work with the most marginalized producers, artisans, farmers, garment, textile workers. Social enterprises are businesses that work with social, economic and climate considerations. It is about impact. The larger goal is, of course, to showcase fair trade organizations which have been around for, the first one was possibly 60 years ago. So to showcase them as an instrument for changing the way businesses should run. I think business decisions largely are taken by, taken without understanding or accounting for the impact it can have on people's lives and on the environment. It's primarily about profit and shareholder primacy. So we hope that WFTO and the larger fair trade community and other emerging organizations in the new economy can actually show the way of how businesses should run and change the way businesses function today. That's a larger vision. If you look back at what informed the movement and you look at the Sustainable Development Goals, so fair trade was already thinking about those issues. At least the only difference was that they were looking at it primarily from the trading point of view, on trade justice, social justice, and now of course we talk about climate justice. But so many of the goals, I'll just name a few because it'll be hard to name all of them, but I think out of the 17, at least 11 are aligned. We talk about no poverty, creating opportunities, about sustainable production, sustainable consumption, and so on. I think dignity, gender equity, agency, and I think also in the fair trade movement, we have the fair trade towns movement. And now the conversation, we are expanding it to make it fair trade and sustainable cities and towns. Now this was a movement which was there in the north, but now it's also there in the south, and in various moments, like even during the summit, we've talked about how we can restructure the campaigns, how can we strategize to broaden the narrative and to keep citizens at the heart of it. So sustainable fair trade town cities, it is about trading, but it's also about taking into account now also aligning with other social movements, aligning with civil society, with citizens. So the conversation and the scope of our work with fair trade towns has expanded. So that again aligns with sustainable cities, which is one of the SDGs goals. So I think it's a very, very natural alignment. Today people are questioning how much have we achieved, in this by setting out these SDGs, because when they review it, poverty levels have grown, whereas with fair trade and fair trade organizations, they are addressing poverty and seeing that, poverty at the most basic level is being reduced. And people are getting fair wages, and there's more well-being, there's more agency. So, yes.